YouTube, what is going on? Crowder here today, and I am bringing you everything you need to know so you are ready for the first couple days of Modern Warfare 3. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first thing I'm going to explain to you is actually on the screen right now. Hold up, let me move my camera to the right. Bang, I'm over here now. And yeah, you can see on the left it says daily challenges. Now, Call of Duty, normally the daily challenges, they don't really mean anything. This game, they are everything. So this right here is these daily challenges that you have. You're going to have 3 daily challenges to do. And then once you complete them, you're going to unlock a bonus challenge. Now, this bonus challenge right here is 0 out of 1. Win matches to earn more bonus points. Those bonus points will end up like accumulating here where it says 1 out of 5. So if you go on the left side and you click triangle, it says select new armory to unlock challenge. You go right here and you have all of these things that can be in this queue. You can add a bunch of things to the queue. There's 3 things that you can add. But all of these things on your screen right now are challenges so you can unlock. So it's kind of like unlocking stuff back in the Modern Warfare 2 where you had to upgrade this gun to a level 5 and this gun to a level 2 and this gun to a level 6 to get this attachment. This is kind of their replacement for it. It's not the best, but it's a little confusing. That's why I'm here to help you. So you can have all these active things done. So right now, for example, I have the Striker 9 equipped. So in order to get the Striker 9 unlocked, I have to get these daily challenges done, which I've already done. Then I have the bonus. If I win 5 games, I get 5 bonus points. Those bonus points, again, unlock that Striker 9. And once you unlock that Striker 9, you move on to the next one. So another way to look at this too is if you're going through your weapon classes, you can see that some guns are locked by the armory. And that armory right here is this little green square. That means there is a different way to unlock this. So it says here, in order to unlock the Rival 9, it says complete 3 daily challenges to unlock the Rival 9. So just like that, you would go and you would hit square, which is saying activate or deactivate armory lock. And you go to your daily challenges, and that's what it would be. So you can see in my daily challenges right now, my second queue would be those 3 wins with the Rival 9. So right now I'm doing 5 daily challenges to get my Striker, then 5 daily challenges to get my Rival 9, and then of course I would have those guns unlocked. And that's not just with weapons. As you can see in that queue, there's a lot of other things too. So in order for me to unlock flash grenades or snapshot grenades or shock sticks, you can do these daily challenges. But the best part about this is that you can actually do it in whatever order you want. So that's probably the W of this, where it's like, yeah, it's a nice little win. You can kind of pick and choose what you want to do and get a bunch of things that are unlocked. And I'm showing you this now because I'm already a level 55. I didn't understand how this worked until about 5 minutes ago. As well, it also works for attachments. So there's 2 ways to get attachments in this game. As you can see on the top left, it says Striker 9 at level 21. Or you can just kind of skip that by doing those daily challenges again, getting those wins and unlocking stuff like that by adding stuff like this into the queue. If I wanted to do this, it says activate armory. I click activate armory. Armory unlock activated on the top right. And you now have that in your queue as well. So right there is in my queue, the Striker long barrel attachment. I think this is a better system. It's just very confusing, or maybe I'm just stupid. But hopefully this helps you out, and I explained it to you to kind of get you started so you don't fall so far behind like myself. Moving on to the next one is going to be the general settings that you need to help. So I'm not going to go through all the settings. I'm going to make a separate settings video with the best FPS and all that stuff and a little bit more advanced when I make sure I have everything perfect for you guys. You know, I obviously want to make sure it's all right, but I'm going to show you the most necessary settings that I think you should make sure you have turned on because they're going to help you. So for controller players, really quick, these are my controller settings. Make sure you have everything obviously set to your preferences. My dead zone specifically look like that. Again, it really depends. We'll go into a little bit more detail on an aiming video for this. But for now, that's what I would kind of keep it at. And then you have your aiming sensitivity, which is also very important. Make sure you're kind of going through all this stuff as well. Again, these are just my general controller settings that you can make sure you have. I play with Black Ops Aim Assist. Make sure you have that on with Dynamic. And then the gameplay, this is kind of what I was going to say here. With this game, slide canceling is back. With slide canceling being back to save your controller and just save the effort from yourself, make sure you have automatic tactical sprint enabled. It's going to help you. It's going to make your movement more fluid, and it's going to help you a lot in this game. I'm telling you right now with how much the slide cancel is useful in this. This is the #1 setting that you should change right away. And then once you have that on, the other big thing that people don't know is now that the slide canceling is back in action, it's going to help you out a lot. The dive mechanic is really not that useful, if honestly kind of useless in general right now. So what you can actually do, this is a new setting, is the slide/dive behavior. You can go to this and actually, instead of doing tap to slide and tap to dive, you can actually just do slide only. It disables the dive. It makes the sliding a lot more smooth. So your slide cancel is just 100 times better. and everything is just smoother for you. So this is another really big setting to have on: slide to dive behavior. The next setting that I'm going to show you that is probably one of the most important things, is the big thing with MW3 instead of MW2, is that there is less visual recoil and camera shake. A lot of people forget about this one, including myself. So you go down here over to view, which is in graphic settings. You scroll over to view. You go down your motion blurs. You turn all that crap off. But you must make sure you have your first person camera movement at 50%. If you have it at 100%, every time you shake, every time you shoot, and every time you move around, your camera's going to be going like this. You don't want that. You want to make sure that's as least as possible. It's going to help you with the visual recoil, and just the overall movement of the game is going to feel way less clunky and just way smoother. And then on top of that, you can make sure your ADS's field of view is affected. That is going to help your visual recoil a ton. So this is all going to set you up for greatness before you even get into the Modern Warfare 3 grind. Next up is the slide cancel. So now what I just explained to you guys is slide canceling is back in action. It's full effect. It is very smooth. It's incredible in this game, and it's going to be your #1 tactic that we'll talk about way more advanced in a different video. So hopefully you guys are already subscribed to this channel. This is going to be your #1 channel for all of this type of stuff. But to get into it, slide canceling is 20 times easier this year. All you have to do is back up, auto tactical sprint forward like that, right? That's your tactical sprint, and then you just got to go slide, jump. So you slide out of your tactical sprint, and then you hit your jump. So it's 2 buttons: slide, jump, slide, jump, slide, jump. Another way to do it is slide, 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 slide. But then you would have to add a jump. So it'd be slide, slide, jump, slide, slide, jump. Now, it's a little bit more complicated because it's 3 buttons instead of 2, but it still does work. And one other way you can do it in this game is slide sprint. So it would be slide sprint. It would be slide sprint like that. Slide sprint. Slide sprint. So basically, as you're holding forward, you can click your stick it again to sprint, and it will actually do the slide cancel for you. It's pretty smooth. So slide sprint, slide sprint, slide sprint, slide sprint. So that's 3 different ways you can slide cancel, but that is going to be your #1 movement when you're engaging in gunfights. And again, a much more advanced video on how to use that movement to get more kills and all that stuff coming in a later video. But it's going to help you out a lot. Definitely an important step for your MW3 grind. And let's move on to the next one. And that is the camo grind. So a lot of you guys have been talking about the camo grind, and obviously you guys are always going to get on that camo grind to get all your cool stuff. I'm going to show you what Mastery Camo looks like. You've probably already seen this already, but you never know. So right now, the regular Mastery Camo this is gilded or gold. That is platinum or, forged. This is priceless, which is pretty cool, which is like the polyatomic of MW2. And then this is interstellar. Now, all of these camos are pretty cool. I actually love this interstellar camo a lot, but personally, I do like this Zombies Mastery Camo a little bit better. I'm going to be going for that too. But in order to get to this camo grind, you have to know a few things. And those few things are each gun is going to have 4 challenges that you need to complete. So, for example, you can see on my my FR that I've already got this done, that on the top left, it says get the FR, 50 operator kills, boom, done. Then you get the FR to a level 8, and then once you get the FR to a level 8, it's getting kills while aimed down sight. You get that done, you move on. Once the FR is level 13, you have to get 15 headshots, and once you do that, you move over to getting it to a level 19, which is maxed out. Then you got to get 25 operator kills while in tac stance. After you get those 4 done, you have to do your Gilded Challenge, which is get 3 operator kills in 1 magazine 10 times. Very, very simple. It could be a little bit grindy, but a lot of this is going to be helpful with this one tip. Play hardcore. When you're trying to go for headshots and when you're trying to go for operator kills, play hardcore. The reason why is because this game has a higher TTK, and with the higher TTK being a thing, it is going to be very hard to get headshots considering there is more health, so it's going to take a lot more bullets to the head to kind of get that kill, and people are sliding and moving around. It's going to be tough, where hardcore is basically a one-tap to the head every single time. And then on top of that, you can use the tac stance stuff too. If you guys don't know what tac stance is this right here, where you are aiming to the side. That is your tac stance. And again, trying to get kills like this with a lot of health and people sliding around can be a pain. So what you want to do is to go in the hardcore and just make sure you are trying to get kills in tac stance. Stay tac stance the entire time and just try to tap people up when they run through doorways, or even if they're at far ranges. It tends to work. And then, of course, for that Gilded Challenge too, hardcore is your best friend. Trying to do that in 1 magazine, where you're going to want to make a class when you're doing this. You want to have a 45 round mag on, or a 60 round mag, just to have way more bullets in the magazine to get those 3 kills in 1. And then, of course, it's less bullets to kill in hardcore, so you can kind of play slower and campier, and you can get those 3 kill streaks. But in general, that's kind of self-explanatory. But I'm telling you right now, that hardcore tip will save you so much frustration while trying to get those kills, and hopefully it speeds up that camo grind for you just a little bit. Moving on, we also have something to help you with the camo grind again, and that is leveling up your weapons. So everything I just showed you in this gunsmith with the FR is that you need to get your your gun to a level 2, then a level 8, then a level 13, and then a level 19. And that could be a pain because you might have these challenges done because they're pretty simple, but you don't have the weapon level yet. And you want to level these weapons up as fast as you can, so you obviously can avoid that delay between the two. And in order to level up your weapons as fast as possible, I recommend two things. You can play hardcore, you can play regular core, it doesn't really matter. Trying to get as much XP as possible is going to be important. And on your screen right here, you can see I have it already equipped. The decoy grenade is your best friend when you're trying to level up guns. And then on top of that, you'll be spamming those decoy grenades, using munitions boxes, especially if you're not the best player. Then you can kind of throw these decoy grenades out. If they actually distract someone, you get some free weapon XP. Pretty simple. And then on top of that, you're going to want to make sure that you pop your double weapon XP tokens. Now, not all of you guys watching this video might have them, but a lot of you guys watching this video right now might have a lot more than you think. And what I mean by that is not everyone really knew watching my stream today that the double weapon XP and basically everything transfers over from MW2. So if you click L3 in, you can see all of your weapon XP. Hold up, we got to go over to the right. Boom, we're over here now. And you can see all of the double XPs that I have are all saved up from Modern Warfare 2. And now I have a bunch of weapon XP, a bunch of regular XP, a bunch of battle pass XP, all to be used because it does transfer over. So you might have a lot more weapon XPs than you think, especially because if you do the battle passes, they come in the battle passes too. So that is something to definitely check out. Pop those weapon XPs. Make sure they are going on your screen right here. So if I pop this 15-minute right here, and then we go to the left, you're going to see that it's not popped right now. It does tend to glitch out sometimes. So when something like this happens, and let me move myself over to the right so you can see what I'm talking about. When something like this happens and I pop that XP and you don't see it here, it should be a live countdown here every single time. All you have to do is just reset your game and it's going to look like this. So you can see it on the left side of your screen right here. It'll have that live countdown. That means it is active and you should get going by playing some games and using that double XP and not let a second of it waste. And once you have that double weapon XP popped, I recommend playing Kill Confirmed because when you're playing Kill Confirmed, not only do your kills count as weapon XP for you, but also confirming those tags are going to help you out a lot. And that is just something in general that will probably help you a good amount if you're obviously playing around and trying to, like, you know, just get some tags. And again, there's some people that just aren't the best players. So if you're really trying to grind those camos and make it easier on yourself, sometimes you don't even have to get kills. But not only that, again, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'll probably go a lot more in depth with some of these things in short form. And even when I kind of get all the calculations of, like, you know, what's technically the most, like, you know, optimal for you guys. The game's just come out, so I'm trying to figure everything out. But if it's not going to be kill confirmed, it's going to be either cutthroat, ground war, invasion, or war mode. Probably ground war or invasion. Most likely invasion if you're killing AI bots and stuff. That is going to be so tremendous when it comes to getting really, really easy level weapon level XP for you guys too. So there's going to be a bunch of different ways. Don't count out invasion or the war mode or ground war or anything like that. Give it a try and see if it works a little bit easier for you. And when I get the absolute best optimal way to do it for you, you guys know I will make a video or a short form for you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you are not, because there's a lot of really good content coming. But that's everything that I would recommend that you should be doing to level up those guns. Because again, you can't do those challenges without getting your level on your gun leveled up. So it's going to help you a lot. Let's move on to the next tip. Next thing that you need to know to kind of get your grind going is what you want to start off with in the sense of perks and vests. So now not only are there perks, which your glove is your perk 1, your boots are your perk 2, and your gear is your perk 3, but you also have vests. This was in the beta, but if you don't know what that is, this is new. The infantry vest is what I am rocking right now, but there are a bunch of different vests that you can use. So right here, you can see that it says duplicate effects do not stack, but if you are running this with running sneakers, it gains the effect of lightweight boots. So it tells you kind of what it does if you're doing, like, you know, a little bit of a double stackage, what you can see with the sneakers and stuff. But ignore that for now. You can just see on the top right here, it says infantry vest. Increases tac sprint duration and reduces refresh time. Right now, it's a little bit buggy with the tac sprint. We're all hoping they kind of fix that, so bear with them. But that's a very important vest. It's probably my favorite. So I recommend running this the most, especially with the slide cancel once they fix it. But you also have your engineer vest that you can see on the top left right there is what it does. You have your gunner vest, which if you're missing a lot of shots or you just need better reload speed or just more ammo, that's the one for you. The demolition vest, which is very nice, especially with the decoy grenades. This is something that you can keep in mind if you want to just throw decoy grenades everywhere. Because again, you can use this infantry vest or you can use the running sneakers to get the infantry vests kind of like perks anyway, and then you can use the demolition vest. So again, there's some things that you can be crafty with. This is a good one if you're not the most skilled player and you want to throw more decoys. The comms vest, which is obviously very, very nice as well. It's definitely going to help you out. Not probably the best for weapon leveling, but still something cool. And of course, the overkill vest. We all know what that does. It's going to be reload while sprinting, and obviously you have your 2 guns, and it increases the weapon swap speed. So moving on to the boots now, if we go down. So those are your vests. I recommend the infantry or the demolition. You want to go to the tacticals, decoy, lethal, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. Field upgrade. I like using the munitions box. You can use tac insertions. You can use whatever, you know, kind of is best for your playstyle. Portable radars are really good too. But I just like having the munition box for the decoy to throw more decoys too. But you have the gloves. Now, this is where the vests and the gloves kind of stack up. So you can see when it said the infantry vest, if you use that with the running sneakers, right here, the running sneakers increase your tac duration and refresh time too. So technically, this does exactly what the infantry vest does. But if you use running sneakers and the infantry vest, you also get what lightweight does. And lightweight is increased movement speed and swim speed and reduces noise while swimming. So there's some cool different combinations that you can do. And honestly, all that's pretty cool. But right now, what I've been running, for the most part, has been the infantry vest with the lightweight boots. Or I would run the demolition vest with the running sneakers. And obviously have a lot of like perks to kind of roll with that. But to show you all the gloves and all that stuff really quick. Quick grip gloves are my favorite right now. I've been using those, and it's just weapon swap speed. I love switching weapons. I love YYing. It's just something I do. But you also have the ordnance gloves, which is basically your strong arm where you can throw grenades farther. Your commando gloves, which is reload while sprinting. You have your scavenger gloves, which is resupplying ammo. Marksman gloves, which is reducing sway and flinch while ADS. This is something that's not been tested yet, but this could be very good for like just guns in general, so you don't get that flinch. We're gonna have to kind of wait and see. This actually might be like the meta, but this also might only help for snipers like it has in previous CODs, so we're not too sure. And then you have assault gloves, which is while jumping, accuracy and ADS and time to ADS is improved. This is also something that can be really cool because this is something while you're jumping corners, it can help you out a lot. Then you go over here to the boots, and it's the same thing. Lightweight boots is increasing your movement and swim speed. Swimming doesn't really matter in multiplayer, but whatever. Climbing boots, increase climbing and mantling speed. This is pretty cool. This could be something that is kind of nice to have depending on like what you're running, but it's something I haven't really, you know, messed around with too much. Running sneakers is nice if you're running that demolition vest. We just talked about that. A lot of people love the tactical pads, increases the slide distance and allowing for the aim down sights while sliding. People have been in love with this. It is really, really cool. And you can pair this up with a setting in a second that I'm about to show you. But in general, people love this for the extra slide and like the slide mechanic. You can try this out too. I am not a huge fan of it, but I definitely think it is very helpful. So again, I would recommend trying that if that's your play style. Stalker boots, I actually just tested these out. I don't think they're worth it. You don't really move that much faster unless you're really pairing it with a bunch of crazy attachments. And then covert sneakers. You're dead silent. It's amazing. If you're tired of just having people hear you with the sound EQ, just go silent. Unlock these bad boys with the daily challenges and be done. It's very easy. And then last but not least is your third slot, your EOD, your TAC mask, and all the other stuff. You have headsets that actually allow improving identification of enemy footsteps and gunshots. Reduces combat noise. This is built-in sound EQ. That is crazy. So a lot of people might want to have some help with that. You have this, which is reduce your kill streak cost if you're trying to go for kill streaks. Mag holster is your reload speed. Black light flashlight is seeing enemies' footsteps. That is tracker. Then, of course, you have L/R detector. Warns hostile laser and radiation sources. I haven't tried that yet. It's basically probably like high alert kind of though. And then, of course, you have a couple other ones. I wouldn't really recommend these ones for the most part. There's probably some cool ones in here that maybe there's something cool, but I don't think you really need a lot of them. People have been liking the signal jammer. I don't think any of these are super important. Ghost is very important, don't get me wrong. But even in pubs, Ghost isn't, you know, end all be all. But at the same time, some people like to go undercover. So Ghost could be a big one for you guys. So again, now that you know the daily challenges, go use your daily challenges, unlock Ghost. But right now, I've been using EOD or TAC mask. And I know I just mentioned the setting that I was going to show you guys really quick. I forgot to do that. So tactical stance, there is a new setting as well with the tactical stance that you can actually turn it off. So tactical stance is on behavior. So you can do tactical stance, which is on toggle. And then you can actually turn off tactical stance as well. So if you're tired of that tactical stance kind of animation, it doesn't fully turn it off. It's kind of bugged right now. Again, Call of Duty bug or feature, you never really know. But this is something that I'm assuming will eventually turn it off completely. And even if it doesn't go off all the way, it is going to make it happen a lot less. So I recommend turning tactical stance off if you don't like it in general, but you are going to need that on for some of the challenges. So don't forget about turning that back on when you're trying to do so, because if you don't have this on, you're not going to be able to stay in that tactical stance when you're going for those challenges. Okay, and the last two things that I'm going to tell you are real simple. One's going to be a setting. It's right here. You're going to go to your search settings bar. And like I said, you're going to search settings and you're going to go to color customization, or just go to interface. It doesn't really matter. And then you go to color customization here. This game is very vibrant. It's a beautiful looking game. I personally think this game looks way better. Your HUD palette doesn't really matter. I just use that. Again, you can copy it if you want to. Use whatever floats your boat on that one. But the color filter settings, I still think help a lot. And I have these intensities all the way up to 100. The color filter target on both. And then, of course, the color filter on 2. I think this makes this game look beautiful. So vibrant, so visible. And I think it helps out a good amount. Again, it's not like life-changing, but I do think it's going to help out a lot. So definitely make sure your colors are correct as well, so you're not having trouble seeing your enemy. And yes, the final tip that you guys need to know before you go into the Modern Warfare 3 grind is subscribe to my goddamn channel. I promise you guys that this is going to be the craziest grind you guys have ever seen when it comes to my YouTube and Call of Duty content in general. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps out. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.